On the last contest, Hillary actually won North Dakota, 8 years ago, running against then Senator Obama, now President Obama. We're going to go on. I think June 7th will be a definitive day once you get to California. As I say, we went through this 8 years ago. At that time, I remember supporters coming up saying, oh, we would never vote for Senator Obama. And guess what? Once we got through the process, closed it down, went through the convention, we were so unified as a party, and President Obama went on to a historic win. We'll be there again, but you got to go through the process. Senator Sanders has every right to continue to go on and get his message out there. But as I say, this is no different than happened 8 years ago.
Well, Governor, you're right. There is historical precedence here from the last election. However, it can't be good, though, to see that the Democratic Party is divided.
Well, the only thing I would argue, which I argued 8 years ago, and I can't be sitting here as a hypocrite today and saying, what I'd said 8 years ago, but as long as you got these folks energized, coming out, we want a lot of folks to come out and vote in California in the upcoming contest, get them energized. The key, Betty, you're exactly right, is to make sure that once the primaries are done, then everybody comes together. I think Donald Trump will be a great motivating factor for our party. To bring the party back together, to be unified as one. But listen, as you go through these contests, people get excited, they come out. We need to make sure that that excitement and passion continues on all the way through November 8th, which will be our goal. But once you get to the convention, Senator Sanders obviously is going to want to have some say in the platform, as he should, and we'll get together just as we did after a very tough, long, contested battle 8 years ago. Some would argue even tougher than we're going through this year. We'll come together at the end and be a unified party. And then, as I say, it's going to be a tough election. We cannot take anything for granted. You have an electorate out there today, a middle class, that wage stagnation. I think that's what the issues in this campaign are going to be all about. And Hillary will lay out her platform, and she's going to be the next president.
Governor, what does the notion of a Trump presidency mean to you?
Well, I think Donald Trump's going to have a hard time with this election because the comments he's made about women, about Hispanics, about Muslims. You have to win 270 electoral votes. At the end of the day, we're going to play in a basket of, 7 to 12 states, many of those with large Hispanic populations. So going into this election, he's going to have to somehow go back and say, well, those things I said during the campaign, I really didn't mean. I think it's going to be very hard for him. He hasn't, I don't think, has laid out a substantive agenda, what he wants to do to get this economy moving again. Hillary has the experience, obviously, as a United States Senator from New York, Secretary of State. She's well respected around the globe. We got a lot of global issues we're dealing with. But if you want someone with the experience to, they deal with the issues that we have to deal with at an international level as well as domestically to get the economy going, I think once you get to those presidential debates, I think there's going to be a stark difference. And just throwing insults is not a way to get elected president of the United States of America. We are the greatest nation on earth. Can we be better? You bet. I don't ascribe to this theory that China and Japan and Korea are beating us. We're the best nation on earth. There are things we need to do, and that's the argument that Hillary's going to make going forward.